Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team's currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. Sorry for missing last week, but here's what our diggers have for week 163. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have a new digger, Anonymous Freak, who's dug up DOSGAMES /adventure /Karen12. Well, let's see what we got here. We got a lot of files. That's what we got. We got a dung one. I'm guessing that means dungeon. Same with dungeon view. Actually got quite a lot of doc files. It's kind of weird. There is a readme.first. There's also a batch file for running the game. Update.exe, party12.dat. Let's see here. Let's start with readme.first. The batch file is supplied to install the game onto a hard disk, insert the play disk floppy into the floppy drive, and execute hinstall drive. Okay. So, well, this doesn't tell us anything except the author's name is Mike Lawrence. So let's see what else we got here. Readme.doc. Welcome to the Dungeons of Chiron. Or Karen? Chiron? I'm not entirely certain how that's supposed to be pronounced. But Chiron's an effort of creating a fantasy adventure game program for IBM compatibles. The program comprises many hours of work on our part. Hope that you'll enjoy it. Maybe you'll enjoy it so much you'll even pay the registration fee by it, which is $15. Or $20 if you're paying with a credit card. Oh wait, hang on here. He says he's working on an EGA sequel. And it also says here that the CGA graphics and monitors are required. So we probably don't have a text adventure here. Although we do have some weird commands. W is our swing weapon key. H is our use fist key. P for parry. You've scattered the controls all over the keyboard. Oh boy. There are a lot of keyboard commands. I really hope that the game will actually show these commands during the game. Otherwise, this is going to be nearly impossible to play. Let's just take a quick look at that batch file just to see if there's anything. Yeah, I should just run the executable. Chiron. So it says it's Shareware, $15 registration fee. And runtime error 102. Well, that came to a sudden halt. Might be just simply going too fast. Try turning the cycles down, and then we can try it again. Cycles are as low as they'll go, so let's try it now. And still getting the runtime error. What does that even mean? I'm going to quickly look that up. Oh boy, that's actually a file not found error. That's not good. Okay, I got another idea. Let's just see if we can... Okay, so whatever the file not found is, it's a file that has to do with that introductory sequence. So if I hit the escape key and skip the intro, we just go straight into the game. Moving 1 pixel at a time. And yeah, it seems like it's already started us with a party or something. And yeah, there's no I can't tell how to well, apparently I can change the formation. Yeah, it doesn't actually show you the keys on screen. And as we saw from the README, there are a lot of keyboard keys to worry about. Well, at least I remembered how to enter this place. Adventurers Guild? Oh my goodness. Oh man. Okay. Which command do I want to use today? Do I want to use the C command, the D command, the R command, the P command, the E command, the T command, the N command, or the S command? Oh my... Okay. I don't know. What does E do? Is that exit? Maybe? I mean, it's showing them there. It says up, down, exit, rest, select. Okay, well, let's see if maybe we can actually... Oh! We suddenly have an encounter with some wild dogs. Looks to be 8 of them? Am I counting right? I'm counting right. There's 8 of them. So I can move my character around a certain number of spaces, and then now what? Can I cast magic? Oh wow, I have a lot of spells I could cast. I don't know. Could do protection? What'd that do? I don't think that ended my turn. Oh, enter ends a turn. Ooh, they're going for him, huh? Do I have diagonals with the, like, numeric keypad? I do. So yeah, let's get this guy into position. Can I just attack? It was attack. W is attack with weapon, right? Or maybe you have to. You can't attack if you've actually moved. Well, oh, this person has entirely different magic. Has a lot of magic spells. Let's do Firebolt. Select target. The target. Okay, the dog's all moved. The Callan doesn't have a weapon? It was H to attack with hands? Or wait, did that end my turn? What? Yeah, I'm not entirely certain how the weapon attacking is working, because if I hit the button, it actually, it sort of ends a turn after I hit a direction following. I'm not entirely certain how that's working out there. Anyway, let's do a lightning bolt. Not enough spell points. Firebolt? Oh hey, I actually got one of them. It's interesting how it's measuring this. Instead of measuring hit points, it's actually measuring damage sustained. Which is kind of more similar to D&D, I believe. How in D&D you don't technically have hit points, you have a quantity of damage that's been... Well, you have hit points, but instead of the hit points going down, you're measuring the amount of damage going up to your hit point limit. At least that's how I think it used to work or something. Again, I don't actively play D&D, so I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, Dylan's out of magic points, so not sure what to do about that. Although I've noticed the turns here do seem to be out of order, so it suggests that maybe there's certain stats that are influencing who gets turns when. Okay, so attacking with weapons in hands is actually working. You just have to select which direction you're attacking in. Oh geez, the regular heal 1 spell only healed 2 hit points on the character I cast it on. Oh geez. Also, Dylan's not doing so well. I got a funny feeling he's going to bite the dust soon. Okay, the healing spell actually worked considerably better that time, so Dylan's doing okay again. Oh! The dogs are actually running away now. I think that means we're scaring them off? Okay, so we actually did win that battle. Party's not doing so hot, though. Although we do seem to regenerate over time. Like, I mean, again, I've got a whole bunch of commands at the bottom, but I have no idea what command to use. Like, what's C do? Okay, C is if we just want to cast some spells. I is to use an item. Select player for review. Okay, so we can see some stats here. Okay, so this isn't exactly like a D&D system, because we can see right here with this dwarf hireling that his statistics are very much not D&D-like. They're more, actually, kind of more like an Elder Scrolls game. You got strength, agility, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, perception. I'm guessing memory and something. I'm not sure what REA would translate into. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of skills as well. So yeah, this game looks like it has a lot of content to it. It's very not user-friendly with the interface. So, like, I mean, this would probably be a lot more playable if you actually had, like, something in front of you to tell you, like, what all the keys were or everything. So, because the game's not doing it. So, but, yeah, there's actually a lot of content here. So, would this game be worth $15? I would say for the kind of people that this game would appeal to, probably would be. Next up, we have a team dig from Matthew Belshin and Christopher Groff. WINGAMES/GG/Carlton. Isn't there like a greeting card company called Carlton? Maybe that's the only thing I can think of here, but that can't possibly be what this is. But anyways, we got text file, help file, a couple executables. I'm going to guess the one that says _20 is a self-extractor. Or not. The one that's a full name is actually considerably larger. What does the text file say? Carlton card game for Windows. No, that can't possibly be it. It's probably just a card game, like a typical card game that you play with, like, normal playing cards. Probably doesn't have anything to do with the greeting card company. Although apparently this game was made by a PB Cook. And also it looks like this was written with Turbo Pascal for Windows. Oh, it is a self-extractor. The Carl 20 EXE. So, okay. I guess the compression just worked really well on it for whatever reason. Also, it looks like this game was made in the UK, and the registration fee is £5 sterling. So I'm guessing that would have been the equivalent to, I think, $10, or something around $10 US, I think. I don't remember if it was that big an exchange rate back then, but anyways, let's see what we got here. Okay, so this looks like Klondike Solitaire at first glance, but it's clearly not. Also, it's not using the standard Windows cards. It's actually using its own card set. Interesting. And I got some settings here. Outline drag. I don't know what the normal drag is going to look like, but we'll see in a second. Got different variants here. Also, card displacement. Okay. So we can actually set how far apart the cards are placed from each other. I might as well set it to a higher value since we've got a higher screen resolution to work with here. The mechanics of playing Carlton is designed to be as alike to Solitaire, supplied with Windows, as possible. Following mouse actions are valid. Click once with the left mouse button to turn over a face-down card. Click and drag any upturned card or correctly packed sequence from its location. Release the mouse button to drop the card on its destination. Use a valid return to its starting location. Double-click on a single card to transfer it to the build piles. Okay, that still doesn't help. Okay, so let's see if I got this figured out here. So I should be able to move the 7 to there. Okay. And I should be able to move this 10 onto this jack. And now I can take this club off, put it into the build piles here. Now you can see there is actually another ace of clubs in here. So yeah, it's like you're playing with 2 decks at a time, except you'll also notice that we don't have any draw or discard piles. So, from what I understand, let's see if we can keep moving some stuff around here. From what I understand, what ends up happening is we're going to hit a point where we won't be able to do any moves, and when that happens, we need to deal cards, and what that does is it'll put new cards on every single pile. And so that's how you get more cards into play, with the ultimate goal being to try and make every single one of these stacks. So let's see how far we can get doing that, or if I've even got that figured out properly. So I should have space to move a king down somewhere. Although I don't think, yeah, you can't move stuff if it's improperly stacked. So, because yeah, it's actually kind of weird that, unlike in Klondike where all the cards beneath would be hidden, here it actually lets you see what cards are beneath. But no, you're only allowed to move cards if they're properly stacked. See, I don't really see any moves I can make. So if I hit deal, it did exactly what I expected it to. It added another card to everything. We did get a couple aces out of that. So we also got this 2 of clubs that we can put over here. Put a 2 of hearts down. And so once we feel we're stuck, we just go deal and get some more cards. So now we can do the 3 of hearts over here. They got a king blocking stuff there. This kind of doesn't help. So yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of an interesting take on the Klondike formula, but at the same time, it also seems incredibly difficult by comparison. Although, maybe we can actually make some progress. Well, like, here's a problem. I can't pull this 3 onto this 4 here. And the game also doesn't allow you to pull off of the build piles like you can in Klondike. So, it's kind of sketchy. So yeah, this is actually taking a while. It seems like a full game of this would probably take quite a lot of moves to play. So, I think I'm just going to call it here. But yeah, this was Carlton. It does actually have different game modes as well. So it's not just this default that we've been seeing here, but it's definitely an interesting take on the original Klondike formula. I don't know if if this is actually like if this is a properly known variant of Solitaire, but it's definitely a different one. Might have to look a little more into this at some point. And our last dig comes from Parafine, DOSGAMES /arcade /Firefall. Just based on that name, I'm going to guess that maybe this is a game where you're like trying to catch people falling out of a building that's on fire. Like, I mean, it says Firefall, like, I can't think of what else it would be. Except for the fact that there's like a Warrior 2 file and a Snake 99 file. And also GIF files and GM. This is a Game Maker game. So, yeah, any hope of this being something clever, like catching people falling out of a building that's on fire, is out the window. Okay, that was kind of ironic. Okay. So, what have we got? Well, we've got a Game Maker game that seems to actually be working. That's unusual. Also, those are some pretty neat graphics, too. So, let's see here. Read instructions. The general help. Oh, nothing there. Read storyline. Story file is missing. And now what? DOSBox just crashed. That's okay. That doesn't happen often. Let's try this again. And this time, instead of trying to go into the story or anything, we're just going to try to play the game. Because, like, I mean, it seems to be loading stuff fine. It's just, if it's not all here, then we can't play it. So, let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we can shoot swords. And as per typical Game Maker stuff, we've got enemies coming from all over. Oh, I'm suddenly throwing axes now. Guess I got a new weapon. The funny thing is this is making me think a lot, thinking back to the game I made for the Game Maker video I did. Oh, now we got fireballs. I'm not entirely certain how we're upgrading our weapon, but... I'm not sure what's up with that mirror there. Although we just opened it, so... I don't know. I wonder what our stats screen says. Score 207, hit point 84, and lives 99. So the game clearly is either using the lives counter in a very weird way, or you're not expected to die. I know we've got these alien like things that change when we shoot them. Oh. Okay, I think I see what's going on with the weapons now. So those magic... Okay, I get it. I get it. So, the magic potions we're picking up are determining... Whoops. Looks like I just died. So yeah, the magic potions we're picking up are determining which weapons we use based on a sort of ammo counter. And so different kinds of potions give us different weapons, and different weapons either move faster and or have higher levels of power. Which is, you know, par for the course for a Game Maker game. Game Maker doesn't really have hit points in the traditional sense. So what usually happens instead is you have to program weapons and creatures and everything with different levels of power, and then if the level of power is... I don't think it affects them if it's matching, but if the level of power of your attack is higher than the level of power of the enemy you're attacking, then the enemy gets destroyed by it. I mean, it's an extraordinarily stupid way of doing it when it comes down to it, but Game Maker just did things in a very unorthodox way, so it's kind of dictated how so many Game Maker games turned out in the first place. All things considered, though, this is not a terrible Game Maker game. Like, I mean, I've played far worse stuff made with Game Maker. Also, apparently I can't... Excuse me. Apparently I can't pick up that key there. Unless I have to pick this particular one up with the particular pickup command. Yeah. Okay, so... Unlike the other keys we've been finding, that one actually has to go into our inventory for some reason. Not sure what's up with those purple particle effects either. They do hurt though, so probably shouldn't be touching them. Okay, there's something new over there. Is that like the exit? Let's see if we can figure out how to get over there. Okay, we got a mirror there we can open. Beware. Oh yeah, that's the exit. So, moving on to level 2. And... already getting killed. Okay, why can't I pick those up? I mean, I've been able to pick up the potion bottles easily until now. Well, I can't pick up those either. I can pick up those keys. I can't pick up those keys, though? You know, I've just got a funny feeling, just from the way this is going, this might not actually be finished. Because, yeah, I could just pick up the blue one right there, but I can't pick up this green one. And so far, I've been able to pick up most stuff just by touching it. Like, normally you use the ability to pick up items and put them in an inventory for very specific reasons. But in this case, I don't think that particular object I picked up was meant to be picked up in that manner. So, yeah, I'm getting the impression this game is in an unfinished state right now. Although that said, the graphics are surprisingly decent for a Game Maker game. So, and you know, the gameplay is actually not that bad. Like, I mean, again, it's a Game Maker game. You can only do so much with it, but it's actually decent gameplay for a Game Maker game. I guess it'd be interesting to see, going to the Game Maker website that still exists nowadays, to see if this game actually did get finished off or anything. Like, get into a state where it's actually fully completable and playable and doesn't have weird bugs with not being able to pick up stuff by touching it, but yeah, this one's actually pretty interesting.